So Konami really tried to jump scare us with this new selection pack. You know, everyone was ready for the Blue Eyes cards and the ABC cards and 7th Tachyon and whatever, but randomly Konami, without even announcing, just snuck in Aerial Ether into the selection pack, like it wasn't even worth announcing. So for those of you who don't know what Aerial Ether is, this is one of the 2 TCG exclusives that was used in the Fiendsmith engine. The other one being Necroquip Princess. So it's also odd that we only got 1 out of the 2 TCG exclusives. So I don't know what's up with that. But Aerial Ether, this is essentially a buff to Yubel, and I think a buff only to Yubel. I'm not sure if there's any other Fiendsmith deck that actually benefits from Aerial Ether as much as Yubel does. But yeah, this is a better version of Beatrice for Yubel. So one thing is when Beatrice gets banned in 1 or 2 months, Copium, every other Fiendsmith deck is going to get hurt bad by a Beatrice ban. However, Yubel is not going to care about a Beatrice ban at all because of this card, Aerial Ether. So the main reason you use Beatrice and Yubel in the first place is to dump Samsara Lotus to the grave when you don't have access to your Yubel engine. But as you can see with Aerial Ether, if you can read its effect, Aerial Ether just dumps Samsara Lotus to the grave on Fusion Summon anyways. You can send a Fiend Monster from your deck to the grave when this card is Fusion Summoned. And then later on, it can revive itself as an extra body too. So this is just strictly better than Beatrice for Yubel decks. And I'll show you some combos, a couple combos to really illustrate why this card is better than Beatrice. And nowhere is that more apparent than the 1 card Fiendsmith Engraver combo. Fiendsmith Engraver plus nothing else. So this is one of the lines where you would have to use Beatrice to get to your Yubel engine. So first you're gonna pitch Engraver for Tract, and you're gonna activate Tract. And Tract is gonna add and discard Lurie. Then Lurie is gonna special summon itself. And you're gonna make Requiem. God damn it. Okay, make Requiem. And then Requiem tribute itself to summon the other Engraver from deck. And now you're gonna special summon the Engraver Engrave by putting back the Lurie. And normally you would just link into sequence right here if you were playing Beatrice before, but since we're not playing Beatrice, first we gotta use the Tract Engrave effect. And we have to fusion summon the 2 Engravers first. You'll see why later, but you have to fuse both Engravers into Lacrima. And then Lacrima will target one of the Engravers and special summon them to the field. And now after fusion summoning the Lacrima with Tract, now we can link off the Lacrima and the Engraver into our sequence. And do not use Lacrima's effect to burn for 1200. And we're going to use sequence effect, we're going to make Aerial Ether by shuffling back Requiem plus one of the Engravers. And on summon, Aerial Ether is going to dump our Samsara D Lotus. Okay, so now this is where it starts to get a bit better. Since Aerial Ether is a Fiend monster, unlike Beatrice's, we can actually link Aerial Ether plus our Fiendsmith sequence into Yama. And Yama is going to add our Shavara. And now we're going to use Aerial Ether's Engrave effect. If this card is in your graveyard, you can manage 2 level 6 or higher Fiend monsters with the same attribute, and then special summon this card. So this is why we had to use Tract to fusion summon Lacrima, because we needed the Lacrima Engrave to banish for Aerial Ether. So now we banish both Lacrima and Engraver, and summon out our Aerial Ether again. And now we can link the Aerial Ether plus the Yama into our Unchained Soul of Rage. And here we're going to use our Unchained Soul of Shavara to pop our Unchained Soul of Rage. And that's going to trigger both our Unchained Soul Lord of Yama and our Unchained Soul of Rage. So Unchained Soul of Rage is going to add our Samsara D Lotus back to our hand. And then Unchained Soul Lord of Yama will revive our Unchained Soul of Rage. And then make sure you pop the Shavara, because Shavara is out here fiend locking us, and we don't want that. So just pop the Shavara, and then add our Samsara Delos to our hand. And then the Shavara is going to trigger, and we're going to set our chamber from deck. And now, because we got to add the Samsara Delos back to our hand, we have not normal summoned yet, because we started with Engraver. So of course we never normal summon. So now we're going to normal summon our Samsara D-Lotus, and now we get access to our full Yubel engine by going to Spirit of Yubel and setting our Nightmare Pain. And then we can Nightmare Pain, pop our Spirit of Yubel. And this is should be pretty standard from here. We add our Gravescormer, and then Spirit of Yubel gets the Yubel from deck. And here we're going to special our Gravescormer and pop the Yubel to summon our Terror Incarnate from deck. And now link all three into our Appaloosa. And now make our Phantom of Yubel by putting back Terror Incarnate plus Yubel. And we still have our Gravescormer engraved, so we can use our Gravescormer here too to revive our Samsara D-Lotus. And then we go to our opponent's turn, and we have Appaloosa, Phantom of Yubel, Samsara D-Lotus, which after we use Phantom of Yubel to negate a monster effect, we can then destroy Spirit of Yubel and then summon Yubel from deck, and then we can use Samsara D-Lotus as another monster effect. So this end board is basically 5 monster negates plus a chamber to revive our Soul of Rage. And yeah, so while our opponent's playing with Elves, okay, I'm gonna stop you right there, Monarch Structure deck. I'm sorry to troll you, but like I want to get to my turn. I want to explain this end board. So yeah, 5 monster negates plus an Unchained Soul of Rage to link off our opponent's special monster into an SP. So yeah, this end board is much better than the previous end board with just Engraver, because the previous end board, when we had to go through Beatrice, you had to make this disgusting monster called Muckraker from the Underworld, which this is much worse, because this it can't be used as link material on turn summon, and it fiend locks you. So if we were to use Beatrice, then we would be fiend locked and we wouldn't be able to make this Appaloosa. This Appaloosa would not exist on the board. But because we have Arrow Eater now and we don't have to fiend lock ourselves, we get to just have an Appaloosa on our board on top of the Unchained Soul of Rage and Phantom of Yubel, and we get the Samsara D-Lotus as another monster negate too. So yeah, that's where it's most apparent why Arrow Eater is better than Beatrice. So the main combos you're going to need to know involving Arrow Eater are basically the ones where you don't have immediate access to your Yubel engine. So basically the ones where you would have used Beatrice before. And the other main combo then is when you open Dark Beckoning Beast or opening up the Spirit Gates, but no Samsara D-Lotus. So this periodized map, pretend this periodized map doesn't exist. Okay, God. Okay, so we only have Dark Beckoning Beast and opening up the Spirit Gates. So because we replaced the Beatrice in the extra deck with the Arrow Eater, we're gonna have to learn how to do this combo without the Beatrice. So we'll start with let's say we start with opening the Spirit Gates, because that's better than hand trap. So opening, we'll add Dark Beckoning Beast, and then Dark Beckoning Beast. We'll add our Chaos Summoning Beast. This is why we run the one Chaos Summoning Beast, in case you opening the Spirit Gates but no Dark Beckoning Beast. You can still do a full combo with just the Spirit Gates. So next you're going to normal summon the Chaos Summoning Beast, and then you're going to link these two into Moon of the Closed Heaven. And then you're going to link the Moon into Requiem. And then you're going to Requiem, summon out Engraver. And here is where, if we had Nekoquip Princess 2, this combo would be so much better, because then we could just put the Engraver engrave immediately, and then we wouldn't have to use the opening spirit gates. But because we don't have Necrocrypt Princess yet in Master Duel, we have to do it this way. So we have to discard a random card in hand. So yeah, I'll discard this this cross out, so it stops giving me the prompt of if I want to use it, and then special summon back one of your beasts engrave. And now you can link these two off into your sequence. And sequence, you're going to use sequence to make your Arrow Eater by shuffling back Moon plus Requiem. And then Arrow Eater is going to dump your Samsara D Lotus. And now, once again, you're going to link off your Arrow Eater plus your sequence into your Yama. And then Yama will add your Shavara to hand. And now we can use the Engraver's Engrave to put back the sequence, summon itself back, and then link the Engraver plus the Yama into your Unchained Soul of Rage. And now use your Shavara to pop the Unchained Soul of Rage. And this will trigger both your Yama and your Unchained Soul of Rage. So this time, Unchained Soul of Rage is going to add back the Engraver in hand. Because we already normal summon, we can't add back the Lotus and then normal summon it for obvious reasons. So we're going to add back the Engraver. And the Lotus is now... And then the Yama is going to summon out the Lotus. And here, I do not pop the Shavara, since we actually need to make use of this extra body somehow. Well, first, you're going to use Samsara D Lotus, and now this can get you access to your Yubel engine. So you're going to summon Spirit of Yubel, then Spirit of Yubel. It's going to place Nightmare Pain. Then you're going to Nightmare Pain, pop your Spirit of Yubel, add your Grave Squirmer, and then summon out your Yubel from deck. And then special Grave Squirmer and pop the Yubel. And summon out your Terror Incarnate. And okay, so this is gonna be a little weird, but we're gonna actually link off the Shavara and the Grave Squirmer into a Moon of the Closed Heaven, because we are Fiend locked, but we also needed the extra material off the Shavara in the first place in order to make it to Appaloosa. So now we're gonna get the Chamber set, and we can use Engraver effect to add our Tract, and we can use Tract to add and then pitch Lurie. So yeah, summon back Lurie. So here is, if you wanted to go really ham, if you wanted to waste a lot of resources, you could do a line where you use both Phantom Yubels to get an extra body on the field. I personally don't like doing that, because unlike in the TCG, or unlike when this combo was done in the TCG, Yubel, we only have 2 Phantom Yubels, so like I don't like going through both Phantom Yubels turn 1. That doesn't seem good. I'd always like having Phantom Yubel in the extra deck for follow-up, so this is the more conservative line. But I mean, you can go ham further if you want. I do not advise that. But yeah, now with these 4 bodies, we go into Appaloosa, and then make our Phantom of Yubel by shuffling back Terror Incarnate plus Yubel, and then we have the Squirmer Engrave, and we can use this to summon back our Samsara D Lotus. So we have the same end board as last time, and we have, except this time we have more follow-up Engrave. Since we didn't actually use Arrow Eater's effect, we have the Engraver as follow-up as well. We have Tract for additional fusion, and we have a the 5 monster negates plus Abominable Chamber, summoning back Rage on our opponent's turn to link into SP. And again, keep in mind that for both these combos, we didn't actually open a Yubel card. It's all thanks to Arrow Eater allowing us to bridge any of our other fiends into our Yubel engine that we were able to make an end board like this still. So yeah, if you're wondering about the deck list, the deck list, it doesn't really change. I mean, here you can take like a screenshot of this right now or something. The deck list is the exact same as it was prior to the selection pack. All you do is swap out one Beatrice for Arrow Eater, and that's all you need to do. Simple as that. And it makes a lot of your combos a lot better. So yeah, thanks for watching.